Today we're pulling up on Bella Milano in Springfield. Bella's was first started in Edwardsville, Illinois in 2003 by Sam Guarino and Craig Calligaru. In 2005 they expanded to Springfield, and then in 2012 they opened the doors at their O'Fallon location, giving them 3 total locations. Sam has since passed away, but his wife Debbie co-owns the business with Craig. Bella Milano's has a nice clean aesthetic with a full bar, private rooms such as the Tuscan Room and the Godfather Room for private events, and even a fireplace. They're known for their steak, seafood, and of course their classic Italian dishes. They do also have a wood-fired oven for pizzas. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Enough yapping, let's get snacking. This video is going to be a little bit different. Today is October 7th, which is the day my father passed away back in 2013. I decided to bring him with me and do a video in honor of him by getting his favorite meal, which is spaghetti. Hang tight as this one's going to be a little bit longer, but I will even share some funny stories from the past. To start things off, they always give you fresh bread with oil, herbs, and Parmesan. Always a solid start to a hearty meal. The bread was soft and warm, and the oiled up herbs and parm were a great addition. No complaints here. Next up, if y'all been watching me for a while, you know I had to go with an order of their toasted ravs. These things were quite delicious in all honesty. They were fried to perfection and a good amount of seasoning in both the breading and the filling. They were also a pretty good size, and that meat sauce they serve on the side is stellar. It definitely enhances the ravs and adds even more flavor. 8.2 out of 10. Next up, we got what we came here for, the spaghetti with meatballs, of course, which comes with meat sauce and 2 hearty meatballs. Growing up, this was a staple in our house. We had spaghetti once a week for years because it was my dad's favorite meal. Now, because we had it so often, I got pretty burnt out on it, so I haven't had spaghetti in quite some time, but I gotta say, this stuff is actually pretty delicious, and it's bringing back a lot of good memories. The pasta is cooked well, and the meatballs have a good flavor and are actually a decent size. The star of the show for me is their meat sauce, though. I'm pretty picky when it comes to my pasta sauce, and I don't like a lot of restaurants' red sauce, but I enjoy theirs, and I think Pops would approve. I think we're gonna go 8.5 out of 10 on the spaghetti. One time, back when I was around 19 or so, my dad was making spaghetti himself for my mom and I. He was always so proud to give us his rendition of it. Well, we got about partway through and we were all wondering what that different taste was. Not necessarily bad, but something different than usual. He said, and I quote, "Well, I used some of the fresh basil out of the freezer." My mom and I both looked at each other like, what is he talking about? So I opened the freezer and grabbed a bag of 420 trimmings, and I said, "Is this what you use?" And he said, "Yeah, the fresh basil." My mom and I, of course, started dying laughing, and I had to tell him what happened. Long story short, my pops made us some marijuana marinara. Last but most certainly not least, my waitress talked me into getting a dessert, so I went with one of their homemade cannolis. Now, obviously, this thing was delicious. The crunchy, flaky shell with all those spices in there mixed with the cold cream and chocolate chips is just a winning combo every single time. A respectable 8.7 out of 10 on the cannoli. Thank you all for letting me share some of my life with you and letting me share some of my dad's stories. I love and miss you, Pops. Customer service was excellent, and they tried to go above and beyond here. This meal cost $35, and I'd give them an 8.4 out of 10 overall. If you're in the area, stop in and check them out, and as always, follow along to see what Goose is great.